Good morning, everyone. Aradhna Tiwari from Be the Change by Aradhna. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Waiting for all of you to come here and join me and me saying hello to you. Hey, Sachin. Good morning again. Hello, Vijay. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, Ritu. Hello, Shivangi. Today, ask is what can you create that you have no reference point to? It's been uneasy. Arpita, good morning. Umesh, good morning. How many of you have been uncomfortable? Have you been playing with this question, guys? Did you have this question before this? So, like, what can you actually create that you have no reference point of? Hey, Asta, good morning. Arpita, before I forget, guys, today is the day to announce the winner. Looking at Asta Ramirez. So, the winner of Be the Change challenge this week is Asta Goel, and she's here on it. And thank you, Asta, and thank you, everyone. It's not that somebody's was not nice or better or worse. It was a tough competition. It was like a fun competition. So what else is possible? And everything was very inviting, but somehow wonder what's right about it. So Asta has won. So Asta has won the 1 month morning live, Facebook live with me for a month membership. Welcome. Thank you, Asta, for your lovely tool. It was beautiful. And we would be coming up with another challenge this week. And let's play. So we'll be coming with a challenge every fortnightly or every week once. And let's see who all join in and who all gets what. So it's fun and it's such a contribution, and it's actually creating so much in the world. And guys, wherever you are, whosoever pages you are, please keep sharing those challenges, because it's so much of fun and so many people get to know more tools about it. Yeah, so explain the question more, I will. Hello, Simran, good morning. So I just wanted to inform, because I had it yesterday and forgot. So I thought before I go and I forget. So I wanted to just say the winner. Hello, hello. So the question, so it's like, what can you create that you have no reference point to? Who asked to explain more? Vijay. So it's like no reference, where we have always whenever we say something, we always connect it. Congrats, Asta. Yeah, Asta, for winning the Be the Change challenge of one tool which really helps her when she gets in a funk. Hey, Arpita. Hey, Janvi. Good morning, guys. So today's thing is when you have no reference points, whereas like we have always grown up with a reference point. Anything when we desire in your life, say you desire a car, or maybe you desire a lifestyle, or you desire anything, you always have a reference to it. This kind of a house, this kind of a and then we get very, very attached to those reference points rather than going from a space of surprise. So I remember long, I don't know, remember 20, 30 years back, I had one of my friend, and he just said, on something, he was like, and he just said one line, he just says, what every moment is a surprise, and life is all about surprises. And then that time we were like way in college, and so it was like, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, why would you like surprises? Why would anybody like surprises? But we always ask surprises, and surprises always thrill us. But do we actually function from the space of thrill? Do we really function from the space of joy and no reference? It's like totally unaware of what will show up. But all our steps, everything we do in our lives are from the space of total judgment, total reference, that, oh, if I do this will happen. If I put my hand in the fire, it will burn. So because everybody has done that, been there, so kind of we have a reference to that what we should not be doing. So rather than, if you do not go from the reference point of it, what if you actually start going from the joy of it and a knowing of it? And each one of us have a knowing in us, but we don't follow that. We will follow other person. So even if you had the knowing that this morning you should not go out, but then it was urgent and that work is urgent, and you still say no, this is really, really urgent. If I do not go on this date, it'll not end up. I'll end up wasting it, or maybe some litigation coming or whatever. But then if you go and then you say, oh, the work is not done and it really didn't really show up, But then you remember that, oh shit, in the morning I did have that whole awareness around not choosing to come today, but then I didn't follow my knowing. Or maybe you have something in your head, and like I had this whole thing of living and non-living things. I always believed that, non-living things can also talk. And while growing up in the school, how you were taught that, non-living things cannot express, they don't have emotions, they are nothing. I totally get it until today. But the only thing that they cannot talk was not was congruent with my head. I'm like, of course they can talk, and of course I can sense the energy. But I gave up myself because the teacher was saying, and I gave up my knowing, and in the name of teachers knowing, and because of course teacher is God, your parents are your gods. And so how many gods have we created in our lives that we think they are right and we are wrong, and we keep following that until, and but deep down I was like, but I still talk to everything. And now when I've grown up and then like got into this entity stuff, and I'm like, wow. And it's so easy. Life has become so easy and fun after being, acknowledging that I can talk to any and everything responds. So that is how, but we do not follow our trust. We follow the reference points, that who and who said that. Rather from going from the space of the reference, what if you start going from the space of your knowing and just go because it's joyful for you? Hope that makes you clear, Vijay. And anybody else has that question? Hey Ruchi, Swati, welcome. Arpita, welcome. Nitesh, good morning. Vasudha, good morning. How are you? So what reference points are you living your life from? So what if today, and since the morning, like I have put this question, as I play with every question that shows up in my every morning, I'm like, I'm being very intense. I'm really bugged. I'm really irritated right now. And I'm like, really want to smash everything out. And it's like, what the hell? What the hell? Because there's no reference point in my world right now. And what to do, what to be, how to be, and just be. And it's pure space, but that space has become so intense because the mind has got that habit of always thinking or comparing or kind of seeing the reference that, okay, if I do this, this will happen. If I do this, if I've done this, this means wrong. If I've done this, this means good. So how many wrongnesses and the rightnesses and the goodnesses of things are we holding in our spaces and places, which are actually killing us, which are actually, rather than receiving it, that there's an information in it, we get into the wrongness and the rightness of it. Like yesterday we were doing the belief systems. So when we believe and we limit ourselves, then we do not see beyond it, and then we see only the wrongnesses because we stop receiving the information that whole act was for. So we get into our stuff rather than acknowledging and asking questions. Right now, like what the intensity I have, so it's like, okay, what is this intensity? I have been in that question. What is this intensity? What is it talking to me? What do I have to receive here? And also going through that, I did acknowledge that there are a lot of patterns in myself, and I'm sure each one of us, not only me, we all have it. So we all have the patterns in our life which we follow, and whenever that pattern shows up, you start, cursing yourself, you start abusing yourself, you start like taking faults in you, and you start making yourself wrong for it because you have concluded that is wrong because your parents said that it is wrong, and because that's an act which you've seen in the world when you see it's wrong. But sometimes killing is not wrong, sometimes dying is not wrong, it is a gift. But we have concluded killing is wrong, dying is wrong. Maybe a death is magic, but we don't acknowledge that the death can ever be magical. So, these are all the fixed point of views and the references that death is wrong, killing is wrong, being bad is wrong, and who's bad? My bad, your bad. So these are different references that we've been following in our life. What if we actually step out of all these references? Then what would you choose? If there wasn't any wrong and right, and there was not good and bad, then what would you choose? Keep at it. Vasudha says, exciting. Hello, Prakhar. Welcome to the space. Vasudha says, have to keep checking myself to get out of reference point, stop, then catch myself again, and then stop again. Yes. It's an amazing thing because how we actually, it's so easy to just slip into it. And I have been watching myself since last night. And this whole energy, when the question shows, the energy starts working on me, and I'm like into that, moving myself out of it. And I've been watching myself that there's a pattern in me that I'm following. Then I'm like, okay, hello, let me say no today, not curse myself, not abuse myself for that, and do not find a wrongness in it today. And I'm like, Aradhana, let's just receive it today. And then I'm like, okay, hey, you are here. Let's sit. Let's talk to each other. And I've been talking to this whole pattern of mine. I'm like, okay, what have you been gifting me for so many years that I have been unwilling to receive? And there is a weird intensity in my world. And also, I think probably I'm starting the Being You 2-day adventure class at 12 today. So, how the intensity is built up when you have to be you, when you have to be totally vulnerable and present in the world, that who you be, what you be, with no filters. Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to show in the world that how so-called bad you are, so-called intense you are, so-called wrong you are? So what if it is fun? And what if I actually am willing to be that naked and vulnerable in the world of like my intensity at this point of time? And then like, okay, what gift is that? Maybe I have been unrooting to see this whole pattern in my life, and then today I'm like literally sitting with this, taking him as my friend. Okay, let's talk about it. And I wonder by the evening what all is going to show up, what's all going to shifting. But if I'm so uncomfortable, I'm sure my life is changing big time today. There's a big change coming my way, and there is a gift in it which I have been avoiding to receive. So what reference points have you made so wrong, right, good, bad, that if you today would receive them without any barriers, will change your life? So guys, see whatever you have been negating about yourself, whatever you have been making wrong about yourself, what if you today actually make him a friend or a her a friend, and just sit with it and ask, drop all your barriers, stop the fight, give up the fight, and talk to it, and let the reference points today blow away. Awesome. That was my end. If any questions, I'm happy to take. This ask is giving me wings to me. Yay, awesome, Vijay. Umesh says, woohoo. Umesh, I'm changing tracks every day with these amazing questions. Oh, love you. Love you too, Umesh. Thank you so much. That is such a gift. Hi, Pratishta. Hi, Sanena. Good morning, girls. So what else is possible? Anything else I can contribute to you? So, and also keep an eye on our next upcoming challenge. Guys, as much as you participate, wonder what gift is on your way, and what fun will it be for like be together in different classes. You do not know what class you get gifted with, what thing you get gifted. More than that, I think the energy that you actually vibrate when you make those videos and your tools. And I think the next challenge which I remember, though I have a CRS which just can't remember shit, it's like, I think it's what is being you? Yeah, that's the challenge. What is being you? What is being you means to you? So start your challenge now, start making the videos. It'll be up there. The team would be updating that on different platforms. So post your entries. Even if you don't get, just make a video. What does being you means to you? Maybe a one-liner, maybe a two-liner, whatever you want to say. Tag it to us on the Be The Change by Aradhana on Insta, or Be The Change Facebook by Aradhana Tiwari on Facebook. So tag us, share, tag all your friends, and let's see what shows up. Awesome. Any more questions, guys? Anything I can contribute here? And everybody who was here, thank you for being here. I'm so grateful. I slipped into reclaiming my happiness. What could I add to this to keep it going? So so Nina, it is like, as you joined in late, so I was saying that how I have this intensity since last night. I am been really intense, and when I'm intense, I'm laughing more, but yet I'm very intense. So, and I'm like, I know there's a kind of a little sadness in my world somewhere. There is a kind of a irritation in my world right now. Maybe, you never know who comes in front of me. I've killed them, But at the same time, I have been continuously telling my head and myself, I am still happy. I choose my happiness. I choose to be joyful, irrespective that right now these energies are coming my way, and these are just the energies that I have to say hi to and receive information from them, and not be unwilling. And because the more I'll resist, the more they'll be on me. So I'm still choosing to be happy. That is how I play, and that actually calms me down. So you don't have to reclaim happiness. Happiness is always there within you, because you're born inherently happy, joyful. So keep going and keep reminding yourself, I'm a joyful being. I choose to be happy, yet in this 10 seconds, I'm choosing to be intense, I'm choosing to be ugly, I'm choosing to be rude, I'm choosing to be tough, whatever works for you. Awesome, great. Thanks for that question, Sunena. Anybody else? Any other questions? And everybody who's joining us new here, thank you. Welcome to the space and place. Hope this contributes. And please, please, please keep sharing this with as many friends as you can and wonder what gift that can be to the world. Awesome. And thank you for showing up. And see you tomorrow at the same time, 11:11. Until then, ciao. Goodbye. Have a beautiful day ahead, guys. And anybody wants to join Being You 2-day adventure, me and Smriti Goswami are starting the class at 12 in another 20 minutes. You're most welcome to join us.